Good morning, everyone. Sonia chiming in with Fresh Approach Fitness, a wellness company. I'm sitting outside this morning and I thought about sitting up front for a few minutes. First of all, it's wet. Secondly, the garbage man was going around. But, I decided to sit out back by the pond for just a few minutes to do this live, and I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss the beauty of the outdoors in the same context as what it's been as we transition into a new season. We transition all the time, right? We transition daily, we transition monthly, we transition yearly, but how often are we slowing down to pay attention to the progress? I bring this up for a couple of reasons today. It's been about 8 months since COVID started, and we're to the point now where I'm sure that we're going to start realizing that masks are the new seatbelts. Right? There are some changes in life that have happened, and how have we adapted to those changes? Have we adapted, or are we still fighting to go back to what was the old normal, or are we adapting to the fact that the new normal might be different, and what can we control? What can we control with our health, with our fitness, with our jobs, with our life? What can we do? Because we're all going through a transition, and this in itself, as we go through a transition every year, every season, this in itself is another opportunity to transition and to grow into something even better, right? We just don't know it yet. Not at all. Okay, so sometimes we need to slow down to hear the message. This morning, I listened to a podcast after I was reading this book, The Extremely Busy Woman's Guide to Selfcare. And not very far into it, but I just started it the other day. And as you know, the best coaches have coaches, right? Every single leader out there has had motivation and inspiration from somewhere. I do a lot of self-development. I do a lot of reading. I am working on slowing down my pace as my life is going through adjustments, just like yours, and just trying to find my new normal, right? So self-care, super important. And then what are the chances are that I decide to listen to an 8-minute podcast this morning that talks about slowing down? Well, this book talks about slowing down. Okay. And my message to you today, guys, is slow down. How are you getting everything done in the pace that matters? Why does it matter? Why does it matter to say yes to everything all the time? I'm a victim of that. I am a people pleaser. And a little bit, what's the word? I say yes, but passive aggressive, that's the word. So I'm a people pleaser and I'm passive aggressive. Those are not bad qualities on their own, but they're bad qualities when it comes to me not taking care of myself. The best way to take care of myself is to slow down. The best way for you to take care of yourself is to slow down. This is the message the universe is telling me today. So I'm sharing it with you. The other gurus that you like to listen to, Rachel Hollis, Oprah Winfrey, hey Amanda, hey Lena, they all have gurus themselves. They all do self-help and self-development, and they're sharing that knowledge through their vessel, the same way I'm doing it with you. My message today is to slow down. What messages are you hearing as you're going through your transition? Or, because remember, every single day is a transition. Or are you even slowing down enough to notice? Think about that. Honestly, think about that. We're in a hustle and bustle every day to have what we once had, to be a certain person, or to have these expectations that we may have set for ourselves. But is that truly where you need to be going? Is that how you need to be getting there? What if you took a break? What if you paused? What if you said no? What if instead of saying yes, you're like, let me think about it, and truly think about it and see how you can help the other person as you're serving yourself? If it's not an inconvenience, sure. If it means you're helping, sure. But normally when we're doing things for other people, or when we're saying yes, we're doing it in exchange of something that comes from us. Time, currency, money, whatever it looks like, energy. How does it affect you? Self-care is not selfish. Slowing down is not selfish. So my message today is, how often are you slowing down enough to hear the messages that are being reached out to you? So in a span of half an hour, not only was I reading this book, and it's not just about time, because we don't have more time, right? We all have the same amount of time. It's about doing what matters when it matters. And then I chose a podcast. Actually, I just listened to this 8-minute podcast regularly, and the podcast popped up about slowing down to have more. It's a huge message. Those that know me well, I'm a workaholic. I'm an aholic with whatever I do. And I am trying to slow down. I am trying to practice my new normal, which is a little bit more creativity, a lot more pleasure, and a lot more downtime. As I'm building, as I'm growing, still working on my business, but I'm making room for the right clients to come in, right? I'm not prospecting 100% of the time all day long. No, I'm not. Is it good for you too? There's nothing wrong with slowing down. If somebody else has judgment on it, that's up to them, not you. You need to do what you need to do for you. And the thing is, slow down to hear the messages that you're trying to hear. Okay, what messages are you missing? Are you slowing down enough? How are you adapting to transition and change? We've been doing this season over season for years. Of course, we're going to miss what was in the summer and fall as winter enters, and I won't be able to sit out by the pond or sit out by the front to do these lives, but it doesn't mean the lives I'm going to do are going to be any different. Maybe I'll be by the fireplace. Maybe I'll find a different spot and they'll be even better. That's the thing. We don't know until we slow down, assess, and then move forward. Make it a fantastic day, my friends. Slow down enough to hear the messages. We only have this one life. Let's make it worth it.